'Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. I've travelled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba, Nambour, Wichita, Kilmore, Mooloolaba, Birdsville, Emmaville, Wallaville, Connemara, Connemara, Strathrown, Proserpine, Alladala,
Jerilderie.
I've been everywhere, man.
Jerilderie does get a mention in the song.
Lucky does go there.
Lucky does go there. Hey, I tell you what, it's 12 minutes to 11, and we've got some time with a man who I've been really trying hard to bring him out of himself, and I'm trying to get him to say something positive about Jerilderie.
He's awfully shy.
Isn't he, though? G'day, Ted Nugent in Jerilderie.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a magnificent day it is here in the middle of the Riverina.
It is a lovely day in Geelong too, I might add. Now, speaking of Geelong and Jerilderie, do you know a bloke named Brownless?
Brownless? Would his name be Billy by some chance?
Yeah, it would be Billy. He's the mayor of Geelong currently.
Oh, righto. Well, we taught him everything he needs. But he actually played here many, many moons ago, back in the dark ages in 1985, I think it was. Billy would remember we happened to lose the grand final that year by about, I think it was about 35 points, I think. And Billy was a part of that. He kicked 6 out of the 9 goals, I think, that day.
So, we've got people all over Victoria now, and across Australia, of course, internationally, in fact, saying, where the hell is Jerilderie?
Righto, Jerilderie is 54 kilometres from the Murray, as you're heading up the Newell Highway. We're basically the start of the Kidman Way. So anyone that's been out and about in caravans who knows the Kidman Way, you know you've got to go through Jerilderie and 6 k's out the road, you turn onto the Kidman Way, and that takes you right up to the top end of Australia. So, you know, it's one of those magical little towns that everybody travels through. The main highway still up the centre of town, and you know we're renowned for quite a few things. Sir John Monash was born here. He's one of the major attributes of Jerilderie. He was a general in the First World War. With the man that should have been king comes from here, a man by the name of Michael Hastings. And, of course, Ned Kelly created the Jerilderie letter. So that's when he held the place up for 3 days, and he created the Jerilderie letter, which is part of Ned Kelly's folklore. And you chuck in Bill Brownless and Ted Nugent into that lot, and that's...
Oh, he wasn't born there. Teddy wasn't born there.
Oh, what?
No. Oh, look, you never know. I'll tell you about that a bit later. But the other big attribute of Jerilderie is that we are actually situated on the longest creek in the southern hemisphere, called the Billabong Creek, which goes for 596 kilometres.
Goodness gracious me.
And we spoke to a man on this segment about 8 or 9 weeks ago called Simon Bain. He runs the post office and general store at Wanganella, or Wanganella, depending upon which pronunciation, which is further up the creek.
It is.
Yeah, that's further along. Yeah, there's only eight small towns on the Billabong Creek. Now listen, I don't tell anybody, but the Billabong Creek's got lots of Murray cod in it, and it's one of the best fishing spots. So, just between you and I...
Yeah, well, fortunately no one listens.
No, well, we've already had our fishing segment on the show this morning, Ted, so we'll just let that one pass by, and we won't tell anyone about Murray cod in the Billabong Creek.
Right, that'll be a good idea, that one.
Now, Ted, does your footy team play against Strathmerton?
They certainly do.
Well, I reckon there's a mate of mine who's no longer with us, very sadly, but he's the sort of character that you would have been drawn to, because he would have been drawn to you. His name is Michael Cleary. Do you remember him wandering up to Jerilderie and making a dick of himself?
Oh, look, he was really good mates. He was
allegedly
a cricketer and footballer. He was really good mates with one of my friends, Mark Bowen, and yes, Michael Cleary. I did know Michael very well. We'd had many a confrontation and a word or two, because there is a major rivalry between Jerilderie and Strathmerton. They stole a couple of grand.
Yes, I've had a few conversations with the late Michael Cleary about this, and that's probably where I've heard you. When I saw your name, I thought, where do I know that bloke from? I reckon it might have been the mixed Cleary stories.
Yeah, but look, I'm only a quite young man.
And I think the great thing is too, you know, we hear of the rivalries, but clearly you and Mick were able to exchange coaching tips on the ground about, you know, how you could improve your game. That's obviously the kind of conversation you're talking about.
Yeah, one of those days I can remember, someone ran past me one day, and we were playing a game up at Strathie, and said something about, it was a pretty naughty remark, and I was scratching my head and I didn't know what to say, and I thought, oh, geez, I think there's quite a bother here. I might have to go to full back away from the forward line a bit because I thought there was going to be 10 blokes going to kill me.
In the sense of they were trying to improve your game, obviously.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of good words spoken. You know, we've got such a great rivalry, but I mean that's traditional down this way with these smaller clubs.
Absolutely.
It is very much the characters, and long after the battles on the field remain very good mates off it. And one of the joys about the latter part of one's life that you've been involved in sport, the camaraderie that comes out with opponents and teammates, and I guess your little village is full of that as well.
I tell you what, I went to a reunion there 3 years ago. We've been one of the lucky clubs. When I say lucky, we regularly win grand finals and things like that. But over the last 30 years, we've played in 3 different leagues. We played in the Murray League and we won, I think, 3 grand finals in there during the 80s, and played in another 3. In the 90s, we were in the Korean League and we won 4 grand finals, and then we came across to the Bacola League about 2008. I think we've won another 4 grand finals. And they brought a reunion back of the Murray League of the 80 teams that played in the grand final. And I don't understand. They called us a pack of thugs.
That's unfair, isn't it?
I understand that. Like, we were just, quiet gentlemen that come out of a poor country town. Now, we're only at that stage probably 1,200 people. And we went to this, and, they were all the pretty boys and things like that. And they actually had the gall to turn around and call us a pack of thugs.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Now, on the topic of Jerilderie, can I get a decent pie in Jerilderie?
Oh, you certainly can. Like most areas, yes. The baker shop is it's up to speed with those pies, and we're one of the lucky few towns that the baker shop is on 2 sides of the street. So, from that point of view, yes, highly recommendable, as you would expect. Anybody's looking for a business, that's one of the businesses that you could become a Jerilderie of.
Had one up for sale, is it? A bakery?
Yesterday, the bakery mentioned to me yesterday. Would I mention it on the radio? Because he knew I was going to be on there today. So we did discuss this. So the meat pies, especially the Jerilderie beef one, it's always a specialty. And he's got a few lovely chicken ones and things like that. Yeah, I recommend the stop in the major metropolis.
What's the vanilla slice like?
Up to speed and very, very nice.
It's usually the test. The sausage roll and the vanilla slice are the 2 tests for me.
Mm.
Yeah, I can thoroughly recommend them.
Yeah. And of course, the other thing is too, they don't have a breathalyzer in the town. What they do is when the drivers are pulled over, they're asked, they know the name of the town. If they can say Jerilderie, then they're pretty sober. Hey, Ted, we're getting very close to having to say goodbye, so let's say thank you for your time. Your episode of the I've Been Everywhere Project podcast is due out soon, I think towards the end of July. So if you want to hear a bit more from Ted, get on to that at ivebeeneverywhere.au.
A very, very good project indeed is that one. Ted, have you had enough rain up there yet? It's been not a lot down here.
Rain, we need more rain like everybody else. But can I just mention, if you're going to come through this place, we've got a massive little place, a caravan park in the main street there. We've got an alcohol place 50 metres away. We've got a swimming pool next to it. We've got bowls, golf course. You're looking for somewhere to go and hide. Jerilderie's the place to hide with the golf course. Everything within 50 metres, and I tell you what, you'll enjoy the experience, and you might have to be unlucky enough to meet Ted Nugent.
I'm coming, and I just go to the nutrient store to find you?
Yeah, you'll find me in the main street. If you go to the caravan park, tell Mark and Ali that Ted recommended you. I can't guarantee you'll get a discount, but he'll get a chuckle out of it all.
Yeah, I'm coming, Ted.
We're absolutely not allowed to say any of that.
No.
No, we clearly can't say any of that. That would be the wrong thing to do. Ted Nugent, always good for a chat. Thanks for taking some time out of your Saturday morning. I know you've just been on Media Street this morning, but we appreciate you being part of our show today.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to talk to astute men like yourselves. And don't forget, if you're going through the Riverine, as I say, there's only one place to go. Come and enjoy the great sights of Jerilderie and enjoy the company of our townsfolk.
I'm coming, Ted.
Thanks, Ted. All the best.
No worries at all. Thanks, Robert. See you, Nick.
All the best.
All the best. That's the very shy Ted Nugent from Jerilderie.